at Lowe's.com. Best Get Sick 2 Protection. Lysol laundry sanitizer kills 99.9% of illness-causing bacteria detergents leave behind. Could this kill COVID-19?
We protect. And show us what it means to live, which is why for us,
the calendar is turning to summer.
Virtual consultation, only at K Jewelers.
You're clearly someone who takes care of yourself. So what's the tree for Cologuard? Because when caught in early stages, it's more treating. I'm Cologuard. I'm non-invasive and detect altered DNA in your stool by 92% of colon cancers, even at early stages. Tell me more. It's for people 45 plus at average risk for colon cancer, not high risk. Also, that negative results may occur. Ask your prescriber or an online prescriber if Cologuard is right for you. I'll get on. That's a step in the right direction.
A surprising new development in the case of a sex offender accused of raping a teenage co-worker. The CDC changing its recommendations for masks in the fight against COVID-19, and a local lady warning about trying to sell one of the hottest holiday gifts in the retail market.
Replant trade and lessee can lease an Explorer for $699 for 24 months. $12.99 due at signing.
Down with President Barack Obama and his 768-page memo. 768 pages, that's like combining all the books I've written and adding another 750 pages. Of course,
I sat through every day of that trial.
every available seat filled. Named by family and friends, the victim, and all were here to support the man accused of killing her. But it make a difference. At 3:10 p.m. on the 9th day of the trial, the jury left the courtroom. Alex McGraw was the foreperson throughout the whole trial. To see the support from Jan's side of the family for Chris was very telling. And we found out that he lived with his parents for years after this happened. So if that doesn't speak volumes, I don't know what does. Right away, Alex took a poll. I think there was like 5 or 6 of us right away that were not guilty. And there was 2 or 3 undecideds, and the rest were firm that he did, that he was guilty. So then, line by line, like I say, yes. And this is how I sort of
We actually reenacted the scene on the table. We pushed them all together and we took the pillows and we had 2 people on the bed.
Well, after it looks like it was going to be a hung jury.
One guy was not going to give up, and the judge said there is no hung jury. You will keep at this until you're done.
It was quickly after that. And finally, in the second day, they re-entered the courtroom.
And now we know that we prayed for the best, and we knew the truth, but it wasn't Chris.
And the jury found Chris Cruz not guilty. I was actually kind of surprised at how much they were lacking in full proof evidence. When they said not guilty,
I remember Bonnie like squealing. It was absolutely wonderful because we were all just cheering and hugging each other.
I think I hugged everybody on that first team before I got out of there.
Including the man from home, the clown for Sunday. True. You know, you can't. I don't know. Into words. It's hard finding words for things sometimes. Yeah. What have the last 5 years been like for you? It's been a real 5 years. Unimaginable. And now, finally, he could face his family and the world as an innocent man vindicated. Except, after the verdict, the county attorney issued a statement saying, well, they respected the jury's verdict. They firmly believed after a long and thorough investigation that Chris did indeed kill his wife.
And at this point, there are no other suspects and there are no other leads in the investigation of Jan's murder.
Not even Bailey's boyfriend, Jeremy Majerus? Just no, said the prosecutor.
He is someone who was concerned about confessing to texting while driving. Trying to make Jeremy Majerus the perpetrator here is like trying to fit a square peg into a round hole.
Even the defense attorney who pointed the finger at Jeremy didn't get left.
I'm not going to insinuate or say that, Jeremy did this. I mean, I'm not going to do that.
So where does it all leave Chris Cruz? Not in a very good place.
Incarcerated.
Is they done mad now?
The way this was handled,
It's upsetting to hear the prosecutors can say the jury was wrong, they made the wrong decision. Chris is the guy. I don't know how they can say that. I don't feel they put any effort into this. Now the family in question hangs in the air like a bad smell. How did they expect to do it? Like, why he said the stuff about me that he did. I got lots of questions. He could ask Jeremy those questions. Bailey and Jeremy, both of whom declined the opportunity to speak with us, are still a couple. But it's a difficult topic, one Chris has not yet broached with his daughter. They and I still never, to this day, discuss what he is saying, for what he knows. It's not an easy thing. Today, tomorrow, 10 years, whenever you're ready. And we've never talked about that. It's been awful hard. 5 years. Very frustrating. And so, they remember Jan. All of them do. Even if they cannot help but be angry at the people who accused Chris of killing her.
My sister lost her husband, and we should never have had to go through that trial. Ever. There was no grounds for that. And had they done their job and looked at the facts and problems, we would have never been in that courtroom this reason. To make matters worse, to put us on straight path. How this should be.
Now, there are only memories. Just everything. Just watch me be ready for work in the morning. And this night, have a good day, kiss. And hey, honey, when I come home from work, Mr. Smile. The sound of her voice. The piano is back. And Spider Lake, that magical place they'd hope to own someday. Did you ever go back to Spider Lake? Yeah? They go back every year, yeah. We take our vacation in June. They go back in September. Jan's birthday, 24th September. She loves her birthday. So, in a way, he still takes a licking. Out here on Spider Lake. That's all for now. I'm Lester Holt. Thanks for joining us.
For breaking news in our changing world, download the NBC News app.
Cuba $6 every day. One of those things for just $6.
Hey, G-Money. It's Alfred Booker, Michigan winner. Way too cold to be outside going for a store shopping for more.
Call the Carpet Guys. Now with the Carpet Guys, you can get 4-year interest-free financing.
Hey, why the call the Carpet Guys today?
There's a lot of numbers surrounding HIV. 1.2 million Americans are living with it. 1 in 8 people in Michigan living with HIV are unaware of it. Early detection, intervention, and treatment can reduce the risk of transmission by 93%. Change your future. Learn at michigan.gov/CDC.
From downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit. Local 4 News at 11 starts now.
Welcome to your Friday night. I'm your host, David Humphrey. Skies are slowly clearing out. It's going to become colder. We'll talk about how low temperatures go tonight, how high they get tomorrow, and whether we'll see any sunshine before the weekend is over. And, of course, your 7-day forecast in here.
Okay, Andrew, it is the hottest gift this holiday season. Tonight, a Metro Detroit man was warning about how he got scammed reselling a PlayStation 5.
We're going to begin, though, with the local court defenders uncovering shocking new details about a case of a teen with special needs who says she was raped by a coworker at Jimmy John's. The franchise company is now being sued in connection with this alleged attack that occurred in August in Sterling Heights.
Company documents show that weeks prior to the attack, the company knew they had danger on staff, but apparently did nothing about it. Here's local court defender Sean White.
The victim in this case is 14. She's special needs. This was her first job. She has no idea there was a potential danger there. When the case started, new documents showed that the ownership apparently did know.
But if I knew someone who's going to be around women who have a previous criminal sexual misconduct conviction, I wouldn't hire them. And if they were already hired, I probably would fire them in the spot.
Jerry Brown Pegues was convicted of sexually assaulting a woman at a Troy, Michigan works office in 2017. He did prison time, was out on parole, got a job as a delivery driver at this Jimmy John's in Sterling Heights, and now the owner of the shop, Clinton Township franchise group Turner Services, through its own internal documents, knew Pegues was a danger to women and kept him on staff anyway. Turner's email, Judy Lovins of this year, Turner Services found out Pegues was a felon convicted of sex crimes. When Pegues applied to become manager, and then a background check was done. The store owner writing HR that day, ever since he told me that, it makes me uncomfortable with leaving him in a position of power, being the loneliest 16-year-old female employees at night, etc. HR's response, a criminal conviction of the level mentioned in your email below would prohibit him from being in a position in which
get a block, bro,
or be responsible for staff members. Even with those safety concerns, Pegues was kept on. Employees then complained about his alleged sexually explicit behavior with them. August 15th, the 17-year-old says Pegues forced her into his storage room and raped her. The girl and her family are suing the franchise company. The internal emails from Turner Services response to that lawsuit showing 66 days passed from when Turner discussed Pegues' conviction and risk to when the teen was attacked.
And they left him there, and a month back later, he raped him. It's so despicable.
Police investigated the entire incident. Pegues was sent right back to prison on a parole violation. Attorneys of Turner say they're still going over all the evidence here and cannot talk about the case right now. Sean White, local 4 defenders.
All right, Sean, a warning tonight about anyone trying to sell.
Really, dog?
How they get to the resale market.
Troy police say they're investigating multiple social pages of people being scammed while reselling the PlayStation 5. Larry Squirrel is live in Troy. Larry, police believe they have 2 incidents that might be connected.
Yeah, Kimberly, and that's because they said the suspects were driving the same type of car. Now, I did speak with one of the victims, and he tells me he thought he was doing everything right. He was selling his PS5. He met him in a public place with a lot of people, and it happened at daytime. He says tonight he is out with his PS5 and his mother.
I basically listed this kid that I wanted to sell on Facebook Marketplace, pretty normal thing, and this guy reached out to me and he was to say, hey, I'm interested to meet up, and I said, sure, I prefer to meet in like public space.
And so they did. The victim, who we are not identifying for safety reasons, says he met the buyer driving a Dodge Charger in a parking lot at a very busy shopping center right here in Troy on November 18th.
He wanted to take a look at the PS5 while I was counting the cash, basically, and he basically got it, ran into his car, drove away, and while I was counting the bills, I found out that half of them were singles. He basically got away with it and paid me less than half of what I was supposed to.
Now, the PlayStation 5 is one of the newest and most popular electronics out right now, roughly costing about $500, but goes for much more on resale market. Troy police are noticing more scams involving the hot item.
Troy's not unique. This is happening, unfortunately, not just in Troy, but around the country. Another one happened actually, as brazen as it sounds, in the circle driveway of our parking lot. So right in front of our main doors, which is actually labeled as a Craigslist safe zone.
This incident also happened on November 18th. The suspects, again, driving a Dodge Charger, asked to look at the PlayStation 5 and drove off without paying anything. And again, police say the 2 incidents are connected. That's because the suspect or suspects were driving the same type of car. They also believe there could be more victims out there, that they're targeting more people online as we get closer to Christmas. We're live in Troy tonight. Larry Squirrel, Local 4.
Well, Larry, it sounds like these victims did everything right. Can police give any more safety tips about how you should do this kind of swap in the future?
Yeah, Kimberly, and so they did everything right. They met in a public place, but police say they also could have brought a friend along with them and to have their cell phone available just in case you have to take a picture or a video, just in case something goes wrong.
Okay, Larry, thanks. The CDC is now recommending people wear masks, both indoors and outdoors at all times, except when they're home.
The new universal mask wearing recommendation is the strongest mask guidance yet. It comes as the U.S. saw its deadliest day of the pandemic. More than 3,100 Americans dead from the virus in the past 24 hours. Here in Michigan, the state reporting 8,689 new cases of COVID-19, along with 81 more deaths. Other headlines tonight, Governor Whitmer is requesting $300 million from state lawmakers to fight the virus and $100 million in aid for residents and businesses hit the hardest by the pandemic. Meanwhile, with the 3-week pause in high school sports set to expire next week, we don't know when it will, but set to, the Michigan High School Athletic Association is calling on the governor to allow football, volleyball, and girls swimming to restart their seasons on December 9th.
All right, well, pretty chilly start to the weekend here.
Andrew Interbend tonight tracking some dropping temperatures. Andrew?
That's right. Fortunately, not dropping snowflakes, no dropping chilly raindrops out there, but yes, the temperatures will be plummeting tonight. Temperatures today, though, made up to around 46 degrees, well above average. The average high this time of year is 40, the high 64, set back in 1941. It's 26, 6 degrees above average. Even the low this morning, 36, is also above average. But you'll notice the average low is in the upper 20s, and that's what we'll see overnight. We've gone from 40s into middle 30s right now, and the temperature goes down a few more notches. But it remains dry, not just here in Motown, but across all of southeast Michigan. It's 37 degrees right now under cloudy skies. As those clouds break apart, we'll see temperatures in the low 30s and upper 20s by morning. But where do temperatures go from here? Any more sunshine coming back for Saturday and Sunday? That's in your 7-day forecast.
Hundreds of those badly damaged as fire ripped through one of Monroe County's largest marinas. This was the view from Scottsboro this morning over the Toledo Beach Marina in LaSalle Township. Firefighters on the scene for hours before they could get this fire under control. Now, fortunately, no one was hurt, but a lot of boat owners lost everything they had there.
Crazy about 6:45, 7 o'clock with our boat in the building right next to it. We got here as fast as we could.
It's just awful. An investigation is underway right now as they still are trying to figure out what started the fire.
Police are looking for one person in the case ends with a crash on 8 Mile. Police say passenger in the car ran after the driver slammed into 2 cars at 8 Mile near the state fairgrounds in Ferndale. Officers say it started when the driver sped off when they tried to make a traffic stop in Cable Park. The driver was taken into custody. Police say the passenger ran into a nearby neighborhood. Nobody was hurt.
Some big news out of Washington tonight. A judge is ordering the Trump administration to restore DACA. The Obama-era program is meant to shield undocumented immigrants who came to the U.S. as children from future deportation. President Trump tried to end the Dreamers program back in September 2017. Well, a federal judge has ruled the program must be fully reinstated and that the Department of Homeland Security website has to begin accepting new applicants by Monday.
Still ahead, it is one of Ford's biggest releases in here.
The customers are going to have to wait just a little bit longer before getting a chance to buy the all-new Ford Bronco.
A mother confronted on the road by 2 armed carjackers. The desperate claims she made to them before making a hearing escape.
But first, he was convicted of a Detroit cold case murder just a few years ago when DNA linked him to the victim's father. But the conviction is now being overturned. Committed to making children of the very latest information. Dr. McGeorge and the National Team report
I'm committed to telling you what we know and
Get our Coronavirus Newsletter. And don't miss our daily updates on Local 4 News and click on Detroit.
During this time of great disruption, we're open because we know that time is of the essence in protecting our clients' legal rights. That's why we're working remote to serve our clients without any interruption. That's the Bernstein Advantage.
Traditional pharmacies are, well, traditional, and holistic shops can feel overwhelming. It's time for a perfect fusion. With pharmacists educated in traditional and alternative remedies, get you ready something not just get healthy, but get thriving.
At Boulevard, we're always ready for change. So when COVID-19 changed the way our community needed us, we created change to serve them even better. Change that made safer return-to-work programs with on-site screenings possible. Change that let us pivot quickly and care for the most COVID-19 patients in all of Michigan. Because the one thing that will never change is our commitment to you.
Welcome to the Xfinity Black Friday sales event. Welcome to 15 days of saving up to $500 on fast, reliable internet and mobile with nationwide 5G on the most reliable network. Welcome to Family Connecting Holiday Shopping Black Friday offers. Because for a limited time, when you get Xfinity internet and mobile together, you can get a $200 prepaid card and up to $300 off select mobile phones for up to $500 in savings. This sale won't last, so click, call, or visit a store today.
My dad talked to clients after an accident, and he would tell them it's going to be okay.
He's a man of integrity. He shows up every day, and he leads by example.
As I tell the clients, we'll get through this together.
Close captioning for this program was brought to you by the Sam Bernstein Law Firm.
The Bernstein Advantage is not what it means to us, it's what it means to our clients and their families. How do they give our clients the money they deserve after an accident?
A man serving a life sentence for murder has his conviction overturned.
Quite a case. The Michigan Court of Appeals overturned a 2014 murder conviction against Johnny Ray Kennedy. The court overturned the conviction because the judge didn't allow Kennedy's lawyer to hire a DNA expert at public expense. Kennedy was found guilty of killing a woman in Detroit in 1993 after police linked DNA on the victim's body to Kennedy. Now, prosecutors are asking the state Supreme Court to look at the case.
On Capitol Hill, stalemate is giving way to optimism over a new COVID relief bill focusing on a $900 billion bipartisan compromise that includes money for small businesses and unemployment, but no stimulus checks. As the weekend begins, some optimism on the stock market. The unemployment rate dropped from 6.9 to 6.7%, but a dire jobs report released Friday, and record-breaking COVID cases nationwide, creating a state of urgency over a potential stimulus bill.
There is momentum with the action that the senators and House members and a bipartisan way have taken with them.
The bill could include a halt on evictions, more money for the Paycheck Protection Program, and $16 billion for a COVID-19 vaccine and distribution, amongst other measures. President-elect Joe Biden says he's optimistic lawmakers will act soon, but also stressed the grim consequences if they don't.
12 million Americans are losing unemployment benefits for their lives. Merry Christmas. And employment benefits allow them to keep food on the table, to keep the lights on, and the heat on, pay their bills.
But another $1,200 stimulus check might be out of the question for Republican lawmakers trying to keep the cost of the bill below $1 trillion.
To be able to look at this and say, okay, maybe a detail or two more to work out, but when it goes beyond the framework into kind of a fresh, we anticipate having it ready.
And while speaking today, President-elect Biden said he believes another round of coronavirus stimulus checks for U.S. families may be still in play, but did not comment on specific details.
You're waiting to buy Ford's highly anticipated 2021 Ford Bronco. You're going to have to wait a few months longer. Tonight, the Dearborn automaker announcing the launch of the Bronco is being pushed back from spring to summer next year due to coronavirus-related problems in the supply chain. Ford says already more than 150,000 people have placed reservations for the Bronco. I live with one of them. It was last produced in 1996. Because of the delay, customers will have to, until March 19th now, to place their order. The Bronco starts at $30,000 for the two-door model and $34,500 for the four-door model. It is as hot as the sun right now.
It is. All right. Let's check back in with Andrew, who is in for Ben tonight. Not hot. I mean, we're on the cool side.
Yeah. It's chilly.
Those car heaters are working. The temperatures tonight will easily fall into the 20s overnight and only runs to the 30s by dawn. So get your winter coats ready as well. I'm sure you probably wore them today also, but tomorrow you might have to pack on maybe one extra layer than today. Right now we're looking at temperatures that are in the 30s. We'll see low 30s and upper 20s overnight, anywhere from 27 to 20 to 31 degrees right here in the metro zone. Same thing is true throughout much of southeast Michigan as the temperature drops a few more notches. But it remains dry. We have cloudy skies overhead. Clouds start to break up a bit. The wind is light, so wind chill's not very brutal, but still feeling like the low 30s out there currently. Hey, we've got college football for tonight. Temperatures will be in the 30s all game long. Tailgating, in fact, temperatures will be in the low 30s during tailgate time. 34 degrees by kickoff time, and temperatures in the middle 30s. Partly mixed with some skies over each month. That's the next 1200 start with Michigan State taking on Ohio State. And here's some good news for you folks. First, well, I know, we're here to the Minnesota. The days of start, daylight is still getting shorter and shorter and shorter. But Minnesota is 17 days away. It turns on Monday, December 21. Afterward, 18 days from now, daylight, the amount of daylight we get becomes longer. So we're in for some longer periods of sunlight, less than 3 weeks from today. Hopefully that puts a smile on your face. We're looking at 35 right now for our friends over in Lapeer, 36 in Port Huron. Good evening to you. Dundee checking in at 38 degrees. And yes, it's light wind at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Again, start seeing on wind chills closer to around 30 degrees. And don't be surprised if wind chills are between 20 and 25 when you wake up on your Saturday. And we still have this cold pocket of air that's going to travel over us as we get through the course of the evening tonight. High temperatures in the loop, only around 31. Green Bay's Green Bay just made up to 31 earlier today. Alpena topped out at 39 degrees. So we're getting into the 30s. Those are the kind of temperatures we can expect in the afternoon on both Saturday and Sunday. But high pressure is going to be pretty close to us. Pretty much stable air. Not completely stable. We're supposed to see some clouds here and there, but it remains dry all weekend. While raging nor'easter is going to travel off the east coast. That's going to be tough for the weekend. The tons of snow from the wind. Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine. But around here, dry as can be. We're looking at 28 degrees overnight tonight. Sunrise on your Saturday when you join me tomorrow morning on Local News Today is at 7:47 a.m. 33 degrees by noon. Actually, mostly sunny skies. Not bad. You've got some holiday shopping to do, some more decorating to do. Get in the car wash. If you don't do it this weekend, don't worry. We've got higher temperatures and more sunshine to wait for next week. An unbelievable stretch, as you know, with Michigan and Detroit weather in December. A good stretch of cut to the mostly sunny skies all the way through the end of next week. The temperatures eventually going back into the 40s by the middle of next week. Back to you.
Okay, Andrew, thank you. And let's go ahead and take a look at tonight's holiday lights coming in from Heartland Drive in Florence.
Vast array here, lots of different things. I'm noticing it feels like there's a lot more lights out right now at this stage. Doesn't it?
And I don't mind it one bit after the year we've had. Really nice. This year, I love all those reindeer too, like they have in their yard. I like those a lot. Very nice. Appreciate that. And coming up is being called the Miracle on Register 6. New tonight, the unlikely series of events that led to a woman worker being reunited with her missing daughter while she was working.
But first, he's an alleged drug kingpin who has been on the run for more than 3 decades. How he was finally caught and how he was able to elude police for so long. Local 4 weather is powered by DTE. Download the local forecasters app today. DTE Metro Gas will deliver hardware plans to get beyond waiting to happen. Winter chill is coming. Don't wait. Insulate your walls and temperature. Let's get started with an we are true insulation experts. Insulation is all we do. We do it better than anyone else. In the face of COVID-19, staying healthy is important. It is not the same as true in the face of influenza has the power to infect millions, putting lives and the health system at risk. Fortunately, it's easy to protect yourself. The vaccine is safe and effective, and with COVID-19 still spreading, it's essential. To see that you can get this virus head on, visit Michigan.gov.
Good news, Detroit, the biggest Black Friday sale ever continues at Gardner White Saturday. Save with up to 80% off. Everything is Black Friday price with an extra 20% off. Save even more when we pay your tax. Or finance it and save with 0% for 60 months. Free AirPods, free laptops, free 70-inch TVs. Get our book I guarantee on everything. In stock and ready for free same-day delivery. Only at Gardner White, Detroit's #1 Black Friday store. Saturday 9 to 9.
I'm just my job's with commercial. We open up the doors. And out in the wild, eating my breakfast, and all of a sudden, a raccoon comes up and asks me, "Are those patties?" I said, "Yep." Wolf comes in and says, "Wow, that's a lot of sausage." And we had a good laugh about that. Johnsville breakfast sausage. That's 15% larger patties. Fits on a biscuit.
Did you get the flour?
Check. Sugar? Check.
Organic unsalted butter. Organic unsalted butter?
Oh, me? Yeah, no, I did not get butter.
Look in my eyes, and in my soul. I'm not
Ben's Holiday Night, sponsored by Magic of Lights at DTE Energy Music Theater. An alleged drug kingpin is arrested after more than 35 years on the run.
Federal agents arrested 72-year-old Howard Farley Jr. at his Ford home this week. They found him after he applied for a passport using a dead person's identity. In 1985, Farley was charged with running a Nebraska drug operation. He isn't facing time in that case because the charges were dropped. Farley is charged with passport fraud and could face 10 years in prison.
A Minnesota woman is shot at by carjackers as she begs for her life. This was the scene in Minneapolis. The photo shows two carjackers, one of them armed, trying to get the woman out of her car. Well, she wouldn't, and one of the men started shooting. The woman's employer says she was trying to connect with them emotionally to get them to stop.
And despite her showing them some pictures of their children and including her life, they fired 3 shots after hitting her car in the driver's side window.
Thankfully, the woman was not hurt. The shots did not end up going into the car, but police are still searching for the carjacker.
A missing dog and her owner are reunited when her pet shows up to an Alabama Walmart.
Something the dog had been missing for about 3 weeks, and it suddenly just walked into the Walmart where her owner happens to work. The owner couldn't believe it was hers until she called its name and it ran to her. The reunion is being called the Miracle on Register 6. The woman's pet went missing because it got out of its collar and leash while it was outside, so I guess just kind of needed about 3 weeks of walkabout, and then had seen everything and came back.
Amazing story. All right, Bernie's up next with Spartan surviving an upset bid at the Brooklyn Center. We'll be right back with that.
Flagstar Bank is providing some much-needed service. Flagstar is the nation's second largest savings bank. We have a variety of savings accounts, one that's right for you right now, and all are FDIC insured up to $250,000. Flagstar Bank, the power of human interest rate.
And at the end of the day, cleaner, safe, affordable natural gas is available for just waiting to happen. DTE.
You ready for that?
Ready. When your healthcare plan costs less, you can afford more feel-good life. Total Healthcare, totally there for you. Good news, Detroit. The biggest Black Friday sale ever continues at Gardner White. Saturday, save up to $1,000 for the largest selection of top-name brand mattresses. Supersize for free, and pay for a queen and take home a king at just $9.99. Steam Super Sleeper or Beauty Red. Plus $100 mattress and plus 3 TVs and more. Only at Gardner White. It's right now one Detroit store. Saturday 9 to 9.
Businesses today are looking to tomorrow, adapting, innovating, setting the course. But new ways of working demand a new type of network, one that's more than fast. medium flexibility. You can work from anywhere and manage with everywhere. Advanced technology with serious security and reliable coverage nationwide.
Forward-thinking enterprises deserve forward-thinking solutions, and that's what we deliver. So bounce forward with Comcast Business.
Flagstar Bank is doing everything we can to keep you connected to your money. You can access your checking account 24/7 through 56,000 fee-free ATMs, online and mobile, where you can transfer funds, pay bills, and deposit checks. Flagstar Bank, the power of the human interest rate.
The Sports Desk is brought to you by your Southeast Michigan Ford dealer. Right now, current AMD plan trade-in customers can lease a 2020 Ford Fusion SE for $149 a month for 24 months, with $2,049 due at signing.
Let's head to Bernie's place. Bernie's season started with a loss that probably shouldn't have happened to the Bears. They get them again this weekend.
Oh, come on, don't play that shouldn't, would have, could have. Right?
Come on, man.
Come on. Come on, man. Well, it's going to be a sleepless Saturday night for Darrell Bevell. As you well know, his Lions face the Bears Sunday in Chicago. Curtain goes up on his head coaching career. We've got highlights of Bevell as he put the troops through their final preps today, getting ready for them Bears and Allen Park. Bears almost 5-0. Bevell knows what to get into his first outing as head coach.
Everyone sees sweat, so I want the guys to be able to look to me, and they see that somebody's got it under control, that somebody's very quiet. But that doesn't mean you can't show your, at any moment. So I'm just kind of ready to let it rip.
Love that, huh? Let it rip. Meanwhile, former Lions coach Jim Caldwell said earlier this week he's interested in becoming a head coach again in the NFL. His friend Tony Dungy told Rich Eisen of Anchor Network today the Lions should rehire Caldwell. Dungy said he remembers what Martha Ford said when she talked about Caldwell's firing.
That was the most unbelievable thing I've ever heard. Hey, our locker room is better. We've got great direction. We've won more games than we've had over any 3-year period of time in the last 40 years. Our city is better. Our players believe in him, but we're going in another direction. Come on.
Come on is right. The head move there at that moment. College football. Michigan State hosts Ohio State tomorrow in East Lansing, high noon. Buckeyes favored by 24.5. College basketball tonight. UAD gave Michigan State all they could handle. East Lansing. Spartans pull away late, win at 83-76. We've got highlights. We'll start late in the second half. Just over a minute to go. Off the Detroit miss. State turns it around on the run. Julius Martin's going to get the slammy at 9. Spartans led 80-76. 30 seconds to go. State with the ball. But kicks to the corner. Gabe Brown with a three-pointer. Put it away at 16. Rocket Box 23. State wins it by 7. NBA, the Pistons began workouts this weekend. Training camp is underway. Meanwhile, in Orleans, the Pelicans began camp under Stan Van Gundy. J.J. Redick played for Stan in Orlando. Can't believe he's doing it again.
You can tell I'm super excited about it, Can't wait for training camp, I was like, seriously, how did I end up with this in year 15? I go, that's all we're going to stand.
NHL, according to ESPN, the league is hoping to begin the new season in mid-January. We've got highlights. The league is looking for a 56-game schedule without a golden environment. There may be temporary realignment to cut down on travel. There would be, believe it or not, a Canadian division since there's no travel between Canada and the U.S. and 7 teams want to play their games outside, which is awfully cool. Finally, don't you love a snowy day when you can look out your window and see a squirrel frolicking in the snow after the storm spent the day eating fermented crab apples? Huh? Well, if you haven't had the experience, enjoy this segment we call I Remember My First Beer. He called an Uber and they got him. Very good.
Fermented crab apples. We'll leave it there for this week. Thanks so much for your next day starts at 6 a.m.
I'm going to just fall over all the time.
Have a great weekend, everybody.
so stupid.
There's never been more important.
Let's get to it, America. Because joy doesn't just happen. You make it happen. And during the 4 Joyful Holiday Sales event, we're helping you make even more joy. Come get the best deals of the season.
Wacky tobacco.
SUVs and Ford vehicles. Everything you need to make the holidays brighter than ever. That's how we're making joy this season. How are you? Plan trading customers can lease a season for $1,999 for 24 months to $2,049 due at signing. From Southeast Michigan Ford dealers.
President of the United States, Barack Obama. President Obama is here promoting his 768-page book, A Promised Land, and I promise you the first 3 pages are amazing. 768 pages, that's like combining all the books I've written and adding another 750 pages. This is the 5th book that he's written. He also wrote The I Sing, The Audacity of Hope, Dreams from My Father, and the young adult sensation Vampire Column. Well, guys, last night President-elect Joe Biden and Vice President-elect Kamala Harris had their first joint interview since the election with CNN's Jake Tapper. Biden did most of the talking, and Harris was there to back him up. It was like he was on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and she was the smart friend he brought for help. Of course, the biggest issue facing Biden is the pandemic, and here he is talking about his plan.
I'm going to ask the public for 100 days to max. Just 400 days to max, not for 100 days.
You can wear a mask for 100 days straight. I've heard even doing it with sweatpants. I think it's doable. Come on, if people can find fiancés in 90 days, I think we're going to wear masks for 100. Come on, right? Yeah, experts are calling it a smart, reasonable idea. And the last time we heard one of those from the president, it came from tonight's guest. Later in the interview, Biden finally told the story of how he fractured his foot while playing with his dog. Check it out.
What happened was I got out of the shower.
My God. Already way too much detail. I get the picture there. Got even weirder when Jake Tapper was like, go on. It would have been fine if CNN didn't also add this music. Let's go back. Let's play the clip.
I got out of the shower. I got a dog. A little pup dropped a ball in front of me. And for me to grab the ball, and I'm walking through this little alleyway to get to the bedroom, and I grabbed the ball like this, and he ran, and I was joking, running after him to grab his tail. He slid on the throw rug, and I tripped on the rug he slid on. Not a very exciting story.
I love that he says it's not an exciting story after he's already told the entire story. It's got nothing to do with the show. Midway through, Kamala squeezed Joe's arm like he was embarrassing them at a cocktail party. Like, okay, sweetheart, okay, that's enough about the story about the shower and the dog and the ball. Okay. We're going to go to okay, that's enough. Meanwhile, here's some news about President Trump. Tomorrow he's hitting the road for an important trip. Watch this.
President Trump heads to Georgia tomorrow to campaign for 2 Republican senators who are in next month's big runoff election there.
I was confused. Like, the only runoff, I know the ones drifting down Rudy Giuliani's face. It's odd that Trump is going because he lost Georgia in the election. I'm sure it'll be helpful when he starts his speech with, "It's great to be here in Georgia, a state full of backstabbers and betrayers." Well, listen to this today on Capitol Hill, the House passed a historic bill to decriminalize marijuana. That's reassuring. Congress basically told Americans, we can't pass a COVID relief bill, so want to get high? It was a strange day at the Capitol. At one point, the speaker was like, the floor recognizes the gentleman from Long Beach, Mr. Doggy Dog. We will now hear expert testimonies from the Honorable William Nelson. Now this is great on the next Schoolhouse Rock. The bill is going to be singing outside of White House. In the end, Nancy Pelosi banged the gavel and said, okay, this bill is passed. There you go. This is cool this week. Spotify put out a thing called Spotify Wrapped, so you can see your most listened to music of the year. And I guess it was so popular that Apple Music did their own year in review music too. Let's take a look at mine. I do you dig that, yeah. Since it's December, news outlets and websites are also posting their best of year-end lists, but since 2020 was such an unprecedented year, the list looks a little different. I'm sure what I mean. First up, Good Housekeeping put out the list, top 5 toilet paper alternatives. Also, Entertainment Weekly put out the list, 20 best shows you binged in April that you have no memory of now. I watched Hoverlander? What was Hoverlander? And finally, YouTube put out the list, 100 songs to keep your kids occupied that aren't Baby Shark. Oh, I love that list. Here's a strange story. I heard about a jogger in Australia who was attacked by a kangaroo. And officials think it was because she was wearing Sarah Jessica Parker's brand perfume. Afterward, the woman was like, I couldn't help but wonder, did my perfect perfume make that kangaroo kangarooed? And finally, as I mentioned, we have President Obama on the show tonight. This is so fun. I saw that he just gave Drake permission to play him if anyone makes an Obama biopic. Well, we thought it would be fun to do the opposite, so we actually asked Obama to perform a Drake song for us. And of course, he said no. But we still found a way. We still found a way to make it work. Check this out.
You don't like to do too much explaining. Stories stay the same.
A Promised Land is out now. The 44th President of the United States, President Barack Obama, is here tonight. We will be talking about the book, family, what's happened in the country, music, and we're going to play a game with him where he settles some of the biggest debates of all time. It is a big show, and we'll close it out. We have music from the one and only Liam Gallagher, ladies and gentlemen. We love him. Guys, we have exactly 11 shows left before we go on Christmas break, which means it's time for that beloved Tonight Show tradition. It's time for 12 Days of Christmas Sweater. Between now and Christmas, we'll be giving one lucky audience member an amazing Christmas sweater from the Countdown to Christmas cabinets. Now, since there are 11 shows left, let's open the door. Number 11. Ooh la la! Look at that sweater. Oh, let's take a look at the detail. Look at those shoulders. Oh my God. Yeah. What's on the back there? Is there? Oh, I get it. I get it. He's either waving to a plane or that's his plane. Is his plane in the air? It's a lot of questions. The sweater comes with a lot of questions. It's great. Now let's see who's going home with tonight's sweater. Everyone look at your seat number, and you got good odds because only about 7 people in the audience. So this is really good. If I call your number, you come on down safely and just go right over there to our sweater. Quest, can I get it? 265. What is your name and where are you from?
I'm Corinna Victoria. I'm from Michigan, live in New York.
Hey, welcome. Thanks so much for being here. Michigan gets it. It's pretty chilly. It gets cold. Would you mind trying it on? I think this is going to work. This is going to be good. Rich, can we get some? No, it's nice. Holiday style on music. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, look at this already. Oh, my God. Are you kidding me? Oh, my God. Congratulations. There's consumer selling like premium wireless with exceptional value. Enjoy talk, text, and data only $20 a month. US-based customer service with you right now. Over 9 times increase. And flexible plans that you can change anytime. Consumer cellular is also includes AT&T providers, so members get exclusive discounts. Discover wireless that gives you everything you need to last. Switch to consumer cellular today. Call or find us at Target.
A frozen afternoon. A galaxy far away gets closer to home.
And if we win, we get to tell you how we can mutual customize the garden service. So you only pay for what you need.
Isn't that what you just said? Only pay for what you need. At Macy's, the fragrance destination. Helping families.
Helping kids.
Helping families.
Helping for 63 months, and Subaru will donate $250 to charity.
I am Jason Bateman. I'm hosting Asinine.
Wait, Batman? This is Batman?
No, it's Bateman.
We did it! We watched Batman!
Go home, get out of here and send the seal. I'll get the case.
We're all concerned about how virtual learning impacts our children, but sometimes what's overlooked is how the teachers are affected. Monday morning, 6:30, Nick checks in with local teachers to see how they're fighting through the stress to connect with their students. Monday, Local 4 News Today.
You need the facts. You need to smile.
You can always count on all of the department and local inspiration as well.
Start with us. I'm Local 4 News Today.
Reason number 93. Sunday Red Memphis Black Friday prices just 27. Free same-day delivery going on now with Cardinal White. That's our local family sports book with more ways to fund your account, more ways to cash in, and more ways to cash out, with payouts delivered straight to your bank account in as little as 24 hours. You want more? You got it. FanDuel Sportsbook and Casino is coming to Michigan. Right now, get $100 in site credit just for signing up. There are over 500 reasons to shop Black Friday and Gardner White. Reason number 166. Everything is Black Friday price with an extra 20% off. Plus, we pay your tax. Or finance it with 0% for 60 months. Black Friday continues at Gardner White.
It is an honor to introduce my first guest. He's the 24th President of the United States and the author of this best-selling new book called A Promised Land. Here is President Barack Obama. Hi, President. Thank you so much for coming back to the show. You look great, and I know we don't really have a way of really keeping in touch, but gosh, I really missed you, bud.
Yeah, I missed you. Although I kind of like the whole disheveled, sweater.
No.
I can't. A little bit of stubble look. Now you're back behind a desk, tie.
I can't.
Hair product.
I'm wearing swim shorts, swim trunks under here, but I'm not going to say that. But yeah, I got to dress up for you. Congrats on the book. Here it is. Great cover, by the way. Great look. Just crisp, clean. It's not a quick read, but it is you get your money's worth. Look at this. I mean, that's a big book.
You know what? I think you can handle it, Jimmy. I really do.
Well, I mean, I got up to the part with the pictures, and that's where I got really excited. Before we get into everything, how was the family? How's Michelle? How are the girls?
Michelle is great. She's Central One. The girls have been with us throughout the pandemic. They've been doing remote college. Malia's a senior at Harvard, and Sasha's a sophomore at Michigan.
Wow.
So, as we've talked about, parenting got a little bit ahead of you in age. You go through this cycle. They love you. They think you're terrific. You get to around 12, they think you're a loser.
Yeah. I got my first.
By the time they come back to you, and in this case, Sasha's now 19, Malia's 22. They suddenly like you again, and they're interesting, and they're smart, and they're funnier than you are, and so it's been a joy to have them around. I think.